I wanted to ask viewers, make sure you stay with us. Make sure you hit the like and the share buttons. We're going to talk a bit about Arsenal now as well. There's lots more super chats to do as well. We'll come back to them in a little bit. There's talks now that you guys might be in for Laporte, or you like the idea of Laporte since Timber is out injured. Is that a deal that you would support to replace Timber, or do you think you already have a replacement in Kieran Tierney at Arsenal already?
I don't want Laporte. I said this to you a couple of weeks back. I don't want any City players. Right, apart from Haaland. We'll take Haaland. I don't want any of their players. Yeah, he's out of favour for Pep, so why do I want him? We're trying to overtake Pep. Like, if Pep don't want him and is allowing him to go, why should we want him? Yeah, and it was the same with Mahrez. I even sat here and said it. If Mahrez is available, I still don't want him. And you know how much I love him. Yeah. At the end of the day, Terry, it was stupid playing Timber at left back in the first place. He's never played left back in his career. So why are we dropping players to play him at left back? Made no sense. And I'm not saying that's the reason he got injured, because it ain't. But when you're playing in an unnatural position, you do unnatural things. Yeah. Do you?
I've seen a few Arsenal fans blame the manager because he got hurt in the first half and they let him come out in the second.
Threw him back on, yeah.
Do you share that opinion?
Yeah, 100%. But he's got a track record. He's done it before. He's done it with Jesus. He's done it with Thomas Partey. Yeah, remember we played Tottenham. Tottenham were breaking away. Thomas Partey, I think, done a hamstring. Yeah, and he threw him back on the pitch, and then Son scored. Like, he was trying to chase Son with a hamstring snapped. Like, come on. Like, mate, this... Like, when I looked at that starting 11 at the weekend, I was fuming. Thomas Partey at right back. Ben White at centre back. Well, that went well the first season he was here, didn't it? Brilliant at right back, but so you're now going to move a brilliant right back last season into centre back, put Thomas Partey at right back, move Saliba to left centre back, and play Timber for the first time ever in his life at left back in a league game. Nah, man. That was prime Arteta from the first full season. Didn't know his best 11, throwing players into different positions that had never tried it before. Played Odegaard as a right CM, playing Declan Rice as a 6 when we thought we were getting him for an 8, and then putting Kai Havertz at left mid. No wonder we look crap. Like, real talk. I don't want Laporte anywhere near Arsenal. Yeah, I don't want him anywhere near Arsenal. At the end of the day, yeah, Kieran Tierney, I wish that guy all the best. I hope he leaves. Yeah, I hope he leaves. And even if they beg him to stay, I hope he says bollocks. Yeah, I hope he says no. I hope he comes to Spain. He's linked to Sociedad. So hopefully he comes here and I can go and get a couple of games in. Yeah, or he goes Newcastle. I've seen so many people doing podcasts in the last couple of days saying, oh, yeah, well, the city's not in favour. We've got Tomiyasu, we've got Kivior. Like, we don't need Tierney. But then I hope he don't go Newcastle. Why? You don't need him. Oh, yeah, but he'll do all right in Newcastle. Well, make your mind up. Is he any good or not? Yeah, just because he doesn't invert does not mean he can't be good. Yeah, but this is where we are with football now. It's all about the hipsters, the inverted hybrids. Like, no, not for me, mate. Like, Kieran Tierney should be one of the first names on the team sheet. The guy can actually defend. Yeah, and there's not many defenders in the league that can actually defend, especially in the fullback positions. Yeah, most of them are crap. Yeah, he can also get forward, but he don't want to play him. He's now playing a guy who's never played left back in his life at left back over him. He weren't even in the squad, Tierney. He's played Kivior in pre-season over him. He's played Tomiyasu over him. If I'm Kieran Tierney, I'm saying, hold on, mate. I've won more than all of this lot combined. Yeah? Oh, yeah, but it's the Scottish League. Well, you still got to win it. Still got to win it. And we had this conversation last week. It's still on par. Yes, Rangers and Celtic are still the best two teams, but you still have to physically go out there week in, week out and do it. Yeah, not every single player is on your level. Kieran Tierney was one of the best players in the Celtic team. That's why he got the move. The rest of them ain't that great. Hence why they're still there. But you still have to go out and do it. And at the end of the day, the disrespect for this player is just mad. Not just from our fan base, who, let's be real, Tierney at the back, Gabby in attack, run away to Champions League. They've forgotten that one real quick, haven't they? Yeah? Forgotten that one quick, innit? But not just from our fans, but from our manager. How dare you have a guy that's won pretty much everything apart from Champions League, but he's won trebles. He's won an FA Cup, which is, and started that game, which Bukayo Saka didn't, by the way. Just saying. Yeah, actually had a big impact in us winning that Champions League, finally, that FA Cup. And the disrespect from that manager to play Kivior, Timber, Tomiyasu and Zinchenko over him. Nah, man. If I'm Tierney, leave. Laporte, sorry, you might be half decent. Don't want you. Go Villa, mate.
There's a few super chats here. First one says, first half, Timber hurt his left leg. The ACL was on his right knee, not his left leg.
Well, so he just happened to just walk out and snap his ACL. Like, who put that out there originally? Was it one of the super fans? Like, how do we know this? Like, is this true or is this just a made-up thing? And either
I
way,
think they're saying that he was holding his left leg when he got hurt in the first half, but then it was his right leg that went.
So then that snapped his ACL in the second half within 3 minutes. Makes no sense. So he's just walked back out on the football pitch, jogged around a little bit and snapped the ACL just like that. But it's on the leg that weren't injured. Like, come on, do me a favour. Some of this fan fiction is crazy, mate. Like, all of these fantasy storylines and all of this, mate. Yeah, at the end of the day, I sat there on that watch long and I said, right, he looks effed. Get him off. I don't want to see him in the second half. Yeah, he comes back out in the second half and now he's out for 4 months. Minimum.
Yeah, it probably was going to be longer.
And if we just kept him off, it might not have been 4 months. Because if that story is true, and I don't know if it's true, but if that story is true, then he's come back out and he's done his ACL on the opposite leg to what he got injured on. But if you're just taking him off, he wouldn't have done it then, right? Makes no sense.
Plaza here says, I'm not Arteta out, but his stubbornness is starting to get on my nerves, is what Plaza Fam 12
Welcome
says.
to my world, my friend. This season's a mad wake-up call for every single one of these idiots that's been chatting rubbish to me for 4 years.
Timber has played left back, but he is a natural right centre back. Right back is what Brian says here. Tech says Arteta. He says Arteta is trying to make a malleable squad where players can fill in everywhere and not be rigid. Lee just hates the new fangled football world.
100%. Play a left back at left back, play a right back at right back, play a striker at striker, play a number 10 at number 10, play a right winger at right wing, and so on and so forth. It is a simple game complicated by these hipsters. Yeah. And at the end of the day, one, if not both of these two hipsters that everyone's buzzing about, Xavi and Arteta, is getting sacked this season. Yeah, I see the highlights of Barca's game. Oh my days, they're awful. I see him against Tottenham. They are awful. He's getting sacked, regardless of whether he won a title last season. Yeah, and Arteta's the same. He's either getting sacked or he's leaving at the end of the season. So, sorry, mate. I don't deal with all this inverted crap. Play the best players in their right positions. That's it.
Right here says, Lee Gunner, I've been telling Gooners in my WhatsApp groups and at work, and when I go to Arsenal games at the Emirates, that's the whole inverted style is overrated. Tierney, for me, is better than Zinchenko, is what Re26 says.
Big up, bro.
Lee, I thought you don't get attached to players.
I don't get attached to players. I want Kieran Tierney to leave. What are you talking about? If I was attached to players, I'd be like, no, please stay. Please stay. I couldn't care less. Leave. I want him to leave because the disrespect, at that club is a joke. Yeah, and it's not just him it happens to. It happens to other players as well, by the way, at our football club. Yeah, the disrespect, the man management is in the gutter. Gabriel Magalhaes dropped at the weekend for what? I'm not his biggest fan, Terry, but I've sat on here many, many times since Christmas and said he's been our best centre-back since Christmas. And he was dropped for tactical reasons. What tactical reasons? What are you waffling about tactical reasons? You've just dropped one of the best partnerships in the Premier League last season for tactical reasons. So, and this was all to incorporate Kai Havertz. Good luck, mate, because he's dying on that sword this year.
Well, Kevin here says, how dare Pep drop Cancelo and Kyle Walker after all they have done for their club as well, mate? This isn't a Disney movie. I'm happy Arteta is cutthroat.
How dare Pep drop Cancelo and Kyle Walker after all they've done? Hey, you're talking about a guy who's just won a treble, so it worked. I'm comparing him to a guy, who literally nosed up everything last season. Again, after doing it the season before and the season before. 3 full seasons in a row, the guy's won nothing, and you're comparing it to Pep. Jesus Christ on a bike.
This here says, Lee, yes, athletes get injured randomly. He hurt his left leg in the first half and then hurt his right knee in the second half. Not difficult to get.
Cool. Maybe if he'd played in his right position, he wouldn't have been in that area of the pitch to even do that. Because it's unnatural to him, not playing at right back, isn't it? Playing at left back's unnatural to him. So maybe if he hadn't played him at left back, might have still been fit right now.
Donny's back again. Says kicking a ball in your back garden doesn't count. Explain me with your ball knowledge what Jota and Diaz lack that doesn't fear you.
Okay, mate. Yeah, you worry about your team, mate. I'm calm. Yeah, you worry about the capitulation of your fan base when Mohamed Salah dumps you after signing $400,000 a week contract and goes to Saudi. Yeah, you just worry about Liverpool, mate.
Lee, you're wrong. There's no reason why Alisson can't be the Golden Boot winner. I like that. Put too much weight on his ACL leg to compensate the pain is what Gavin said. That's why he hurt it.
So, yeah, maybe that's why he shouldn't have come out in the second half then, because if he was compensating the pain.
I hear you. Hi, Terry. I appreciate your content, but as a Pool fan, I am so dejected right now. At this rate, we might not make top 4. Bro, if you lose Salah and Alisson, you ain't making top 6. You're going to have a terrible season without those
they'll
boys.
Be finished. They'll be finished. Even if they just lose Salah, they're finished.
Yeah. Lee, do you think that we have any chance of winning, competing for the league this season? If not, where do you think we need to improve? That's from a Chelsea fan.
Big up Roman Abramovich, man. Look, he's tuning into the show, Tel.
Oh, I know, bruv. I know. Love it.
And he's still calling them we. Do you know what I mean? He loves the club.
Loves that club.
You should be competing for the league. Yeah, you should be. And you do need to win something. And you need a striker. Jackson looked all right, but he ain't bagging you 20 goals.
No, I agree. Arteta will put Jesus in goal for versatility. Arteta has disrespected Tierney to such a point that even though I want him to stay for his own pride as a man, he has to leave. His arrogance stinks, and I've been Arteta out for 3 seasons now. Top show 100%. Thank you, Ree. I appreciate that super chat. If Arteta told top gooners to pull their pants and underwear down and sit on a pine cone, they would do it.
Mate, do you know what I find amazing about our fan base? Literally, the levels of delusion about Kai Havertz. Terry, I've watched so many little clips of streams, that get sent to me. Yeah, or just I logged onto one the other night. I loaded up YouTube and there was I'm not going to say the channel, but it was, yeah, but we just got to back him. Like if Arteta wants him, we want him, and we just got to go. And that super chat you just read out is spot on. If Arteta tells you to jump off a cliff, are you jumping off a cliff? Half of them probably will because they're lemmings.
Jay here says there's a reason why you're a YouTuber and Arteta is a manager, and it almost feels like you want to wait for us to foul. So you're right.
No, that old line again. Let's get the violins out. Oh, you want us to foul, mate? He's doing a good job of that himself. 3 years in a row with no trophies, longest in a decade. Yeah, turn it in.
Memphis here says the best Arsenal fan in the house. To you, Lee.
Come on, see, look at that. One naughty one and one decent one.
Omar here says, Lee, we got the same issues with top reds like Terry. They rate players like trashy. Remember how they said they wouldn't get Neymar because we've got trash. Well, I didn't say that. I did not say that. That's what so you can call me out, but you can't lie on my name. What I said, the only reason, and Lee will back me on this, I wouldn't spend the money on Neymar is because he on average starts 16 games per season. His injury record was it. I said he was a country mile ahead of Rashford. And I've said, if we can sign better than Rashford on the left, I don't care if he's on the bench. So I'm not a top red who protects my players. Watch my match reaction last night.
You did actually say that about Neymar's games, yeah.
Yeah, I went in on Man United last night and criticised everybody. So
we've got fans in our fan base saying they wouldn't take Mbappe because he'll hinder Martinelli. Yeah, or he'll upset the dressing room. Like, and the way they talk about our manager, it's like, oh yeah, but who are you going to get if you get rid of him? Well, God forbid he don't leave then, because he thought about it this summer. So let's hope he stays at Arsenal lifetime contract, mate, until he's 94 or something. Yeah, because if he leaves, we're finished, right?
And there are certain players who somebody would say X, Y, and Z is technically better than Bruno, and I'm like, great, then let's sign him. But he has to. There's no point in him being technically better if the amount of goals and chances we score and create reduces, because I don't want it to look better if it isn't better in reality. That's all I ever say to people. Like, if you think somebody's better and they can score and assist as many goals, then great. But I don't want someone to look better but not be better. I want someone to be better in terms of performing for my team. I'm not attached. I love some of these players, but I'm attached to Man United, not the individual. So I appreciate what you're saying, but I'm definitely not a top red in my personal opinion. In fact, all the top reds hate me, because I call out their Glazer hypocrisy all the time.
Yeah, the stadium was full again last night.
I know.
Don't worry, man.
Havertz,
Another couple of performances like that, they'll back out the Norwich scarves.
oh, mate, see, for me, win, lose, or draw, until the Glazers leave, I'm Glazer out. It is what it is. Havertz will be the next Bergkamp. This guy is waffling.
Good one, mate. So that's Bergkamp, Van Persie, and Kaká. Duly noted.